Welcome here to a very special edition of the Bearcat Breakroom inside of the Heritage Hill Studios. Of course, Heritage Hill Brewhouse out in Pompey and Heritage Hill North on 628 South Main Street in North Syracuse, New York. We are here in this Bearcat Breakroom making history with Binghamton University. Part of our exclusive multimedia marketing partnership is celebrating the student athletes, coaches, and administration of Binghamton University. And for the first time ever, I get to say a few things. Co-regular season champs in the America East, never happened before, and America East overall champions after winning the championship 12-11 over UAlbany in the program's first win over UAlbany. So success on top of success on top of success. We're here with the champions today of Binghamton Bearcats women's lacrosse, who are heading to the NCAA tournament. How are all of you doing?
Good.
So I'm going to have us go around here and have you all introduce yourselves. We'll go from left to right on the screen here, and then we'll get into what happened over this past couple days and celebrate that. So go ahead when ready.
Okay.
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Sorry. There you
You're good.
go. I'm Mia Forte.
I'm Carla Curth.
I'm Zoe Congdon.
I'm Hayley Weltner.
And for all of you here in celebrating this moment and this extremely incredible point in not only Binghamton women's lacrosse history, but Binghamton history overall. And I'll start whichever side wants to start, and we'll go down the line here. Bring me into let's go back to the regular season championship, co-champions with UAlbany. I was there on site for the game. You got to have that victory come at home as you finished off the regular season. Just what each of you took away from that individually, whoever would like to start.
Yeah, sure. It's an amazing opportunity to just play with your best friends, and I think that it definitely showed that day and throughout the whole season. Our team chemistry is like no other, and I think we showed everyone that it definitely like helps you progress as a team moving forward.
Yeah, this season has definitely been like a roller coaster for all of us. Each game was a battle in its own way. So having that last game be a must-win game to make history definitely was its own struggle. But once we got rolling, we just kept going, and it was a really fun game for all of us, I think. And it was a fun game to have all of our parents there, and it was really just great to do this with some of the best people ever.
Yeah, it was really fun to be able to like come out at the end with such a big win over Bryant and secure like the regular season champions, with Albany. And I think like that momentum kind of pushed us into the tournament with a lot of like extra energy, and knowing that we are the co-season champions was a really nice feeling.
Being my first year on the team, like, I think knowing that all the girls really wanted to like push boundaries and make history, and I think that being able to contribute was just overall like so amazing, and I love these girls so much, so I wanted to put all of my effort in for them too.
And I'll stay with you, and we'll go back down the other way here. So to go into the postseason after defeating Bryant, and you didn't just defeat Bryant at home, it was a very strong offensive outing, as well as the fact of your goalkeeper just taking care of business inside there of the pipes. So then we look to UMBC and that victory 13-8 against the 3-seeded UMBC. And then just recently here, UAlbany, the number 1 seed that you defeated 12-11. Go back down the line on just what you took away from not only the UAlbany game, but the UMBC game, and how well this team is playing. Because speaking with your head coach, Stephanie Allen, I asked her about where the team was at right now, and she felt like this team was getting better the deeper that you got into the season, but she still didn't feel like she's seen everything that you can offer. So has more come out of this team in these last couple games? And do you feel like you are a force to be reckoned with heading into the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I think that once we got the momentum of winning those, I think it was the last like 7 games we were on a win streak. I think just getting like the ball rolling on offense and then making incredible saves and cause turnovers on defense, I think putting it all together throughout these games made a really big impact in our last 2 games against UMBC and Albany.
I definitely think that everyone holds each other accountable on the field. If something is going wrong on defense, the offense can make up for it and vice versa. And so knowing that we're kind of able to be resilient on the field all over the place is really a nice feeling. And I think this momentum we get from beating UMBC and now beating Albany is just really great to head into the NCAAs with this 2 great wins over these good teams.
Yeah, I definitely think these last 2 games showed how resilient the team is and how strong we are because of the comebacks that we had to make. Starting off a little bit rocky, and each game was kind of scary, especially from a defensive point. But we never gave up, and we kept fighting, and we kept supporting each other throughout the whole thing, which is something that is unbeatable in my eyes.
Yeah, I think something that like our team does is we take it game by game. So every game we just focus on the present, and we know like in that moment we have each other's backs, and I know I can count on any of them, the defense, the offense, the circle crew. I know we're all just like there that game, like everybody's bought in 100%, and definitely helps us just moving forward and being the best team that we can be.
Yeah, and you speak about moving forward. This team started off the season on a 2-game losing streak that won 4 in a row, went on a 4-game losing streak, and since that 4-game losing streak that started off with an overtime loss, an 8-game winning streak in response. I mean, we know that there's ebb and flow to the season, but I'm sure that you learned a lot in those first few games and kind of what you took through of that 2-game losing streak to bounce back, and then a 4-game losing streak to do what you've done with now 8 in a row, including co-champions in the regular season and outright champions after the America East tournament. So what has the season, and anybody can feel free to take this one, just what the season has been like for you and what you learned from some of those losing streaks that's created so much success later on?
I can start. I think that every game that we've had, conference, non-conference, even in the fall, every game has made us stronger. I think we've just really worked hard at practice. Our work ethic has like shown tremendously at the end of the season because of how we started at the beginning, and every single day, I think throughout practice, like we were trying to be the best versions of ourselves. So we never settled for being comfortable. We always like wanted to go that next level and just like show everybody that, you know, we could be better because we're the underdogs usually most of the time. So it was great to just like show everybody that, you know, like we've worked so hard to, you know, be here and we deserve this.
Yeah, going off of that, I definitely think that coming back from a 4-loss streak is really rough, but we definitely had to figure out a few things on the field, and with how deep our bench is and how good everyone is, I wasn't worried about it. We could mix up the defense crew and it would be perfectly fine, and you can throw people in on offense and get some new looks in there, and we figured it out along the way, and that's kind of what we've been doing the whole season is just taking little notes and trying to figure out how to make each other better the whole time.
Just having so much confidence in this team, knowing that we had like gone on that losing streak, it kind of was what we needed to readjust ourselves and figure out what we needed to change. And after those changes were made, we really just, obviously we came out on top, and being able to show that we're able to bounce back and we're able to make changes quickly on the field and kind of be the better team at the end is really nice feeling.
There's definitely a lot of resilience on this team. So when we had those losing streaks and when we lost some of our best players, I think a lot of people filled those roles. And also in practice, like we're very competitive and everybody just is pushing each other and showing each other love when we do good things and like help critique things that we're not doing so well. So like we can all put it together on the field.
You're all kind of mellow, relaxed right now, but that feeling over the weekend, I'm sure, was absolutely incredible. And a picture can maybe have 1,000 words, but it doesn't adequately state what it feels like to be in that moment. So, Mia, I'm going to stay with you and just to bring me into being on the field and knowing that you're champions, you did it. It wasn't anybody else. It wasn't this team lost and then this happened to help you out. You won the outright championship, and on top of all of that, you made history beating a team in UAlbany that's been able to have a lot of success over the years. So I want to go back down the line again, but just bring me into that moment on the field, the emotions, the thoughts, and knowing that this is not only a wonderful thing for this season, but it's history for Binghamton University.
I mean, it was just so surreal on the field, and just like knowing that I did this all with my best friends, and I just wanted to put all my effort in the game, like for them, like the seniors, they've been there before, and the juniors, like all the people who were there exactly with Albany last year too, and they lost by 1. I think just coming onto the team and knowing that the American East Championship is where we wanted to be at the end of the season, and actually winning it was just amazing.
Yeah, it was. I keep saying, like, I'm just so excited over and over again. I can't believe it's real because I honestly still can't. Like, it's just such an exciting feeling to win a championship, no matter where you're playing. And being here with my best friends, being able to win a championship just makes it like 1,000 times better. And being on the field and seeing the clock wind down and knowing that we had won was just like so exciting. There's really no words to describe it.
Yeah, those final seconds were stressful to say the least, but rewarding. I didn't even believe it. Like being here for 4 years and being so close multiple times before, I didn't know what to feel. I just saw everyone running at us, and I started crying out of happiness. Like it was one of the most exciting things, and extremely rewarding for the season we've had.
It was definitely really emotional for me. Just, like the past 4 years, like we've consistently talked about getting to this point, getting to the championship game and winning, and for it to actually happen with like all of our best friends, it was truly amazing. I literally wouldn't have it any other way, and like for senior year, like to go out this way, like it's like an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and to have this Bearcat Breakroom once again inside of the Heritage Hill Studios, spotlighting the Binghamton University women's lacrosse team as they are co-champions in the regular season, outright champions in the America East, and heading to the NCAA tournament. There's a lot of excitement over these last couple of days, of course. And to go back down the line here, looking at this excitement and everything that you have, there's still more work to be done. And we know that the NCAA tournament is coming up here. So as much as your emotions have kind of probably been a roller coaster over these last couple days, and obviously you feel good moving forward with an 8-game winning streak and a 12-6 overall record, Yale is up next. It's this Friday, May 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern time in New Haven, Connecticut, the number 6 seeded Yale University. So to go back down the line, just what you could say about staying focused and staying poised and understanding that of all the success that you've had, there's the opportunity for more.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before, we've always been the underdogs, so going into this game is no different. I think that we can definitely shock a lot of people. Just I think they don't really expect like what's to come of us, and we're 100% bought in all the time. Like we're in the recovery room today, like we're getting ready, and I'm just like excited to see what's to come.
Yeah, definitely coming off this weekend, I think we're more hungry than ever. Like this is something great that we have an opportunity to do, and we're going to take that in stride. And I think that we're just really going to focus on being ourselves and continuing to play the way that we played this whole season, which has gotten us this far, and I think it'll get us even farther.
Yeah, knowing that we still, I don't think, have strung a full, like, perfect 60-minute game together, knowing that we still have time to work on it and be able to accomplish that goal and have another chance to play this weekend with all of my friends is really exciting. So knowing that we get to go to Yale and we get to play them, I think we can do a really good job, and I'm really happy for everyone and happy for us to be able to go there and experience this for the first time.
Yeah, staying focused during practice and like definitely taking recovery as a main important thing to do. I think that this game will be a good one, and that we're definitely, like Zoe said, we're still hungry and we're still wanting to achieve more than we could think.
And before we jump into rapid fire with the opportunity to put each other on the hot seat, have some fun. You guys get to put me on the hot seat as well. I want to do tell me something good. And so tell me something good gives you an opportunity to pick one of your teammates and say something good about them. Zoe, I'm going to start with you here. So which teammate do you want to ask the question to, and what's your question?
I'm gonna go with Mia. What has it been like coming in as a freshman and playing every single game with us, and like how have you felt like being in that big role?
Honestly, it was really nerve-wracking at first, just coming from high school and definitely like adjusting in fall ball and just having to play against these girls that are older than me and like some definitely like fifth years, just like kind of getting out of that mindset of like how much older these girls are and just like placing myself and putting full confidence in myself that I deserve to be here and I'm just doing it all for you guys. Like I'm putting all my effort in.
I love that.
All right, Mia, you get to pick someone and ask them a question. Or tell me something good, I should say.
Tell you something good.
About, yeah, so tell me something good about one of your teammates. So pick not Zoe, but somebody else, and tell me something good about them.
Hayley is one of the funniest and she is so kind. She's definitely the person who brings the laughter and the smiles to practice. She's so sweet. She was definitely one of the people I like lean on and go to whenever like something's wrong or I just need like a good joke or something like or a hug, definitely hugs. She loves
I love
hugs.
hugs.
So I'm going to go back to Zoe here because I said we weren't going to put each other on the hot seat yet. We were going to do tell me something good, and I mixed it up here. So Zoe, tell me something good about Mia before we go forward.
Well, Mia is one of the strongest people I know. Sorry, I didn't realize we weren't doing hot seat yet.
No, that was my fault. So go ahead.
But being in that position that she was given, she grabbed that and ran with it, and we really needed her on defense. Being in an up high spot on the 8 meter is not easy, especially when you have Ava running full speed at you. Like it's not an easy thing, and I just really admire that for her.
Hayley, you now can pick one of your teammates here and tell us something good about them.
Okay, Carla. I think you really stepped up this year, especially like after we lost like a lot of our girls on the offensive end last year, and like obviously we're a rookie team, but but seriously, I think it's really hard to be a feeder in this like level of competition that we have, especially like in a game like yesterday. Like it's crazy to see like your dodges, your rollbacks. Like I don't think I could ever do that. My body doesn't move like that, but it's really just amazing to see how you stepped up and like how you lift up everybody else like around you on the offensive unit, like as a sophomore. And like I feel like we have like such an older team right now, a lot of like seniors on the team, but like your presence is like so noticeable. Like you're always there to like pick us up, and yeah, love that about you.
And so Carla, you have the opportunity to tell me something good about Zoe.
Well, there's a lot of good things I could say about Zoe. She is honestly one of the nicest people I've ever met, and she's such a competitor, like on the field and even in practice. Like she always puts up a good fight, which I love because it makes me better every single day because I get to play against her a lot, which is really nice. But she's always looking for feedback and giving feedback and is always asking like what she can do to make herself better, make you better. So being able to play against someone who's so noticeable of like everyone else on the field and like knowing what she can do to make everyone else better is like that's like the definition of a great teammate. So I'm so happy to have been able to play with her these last 2 years.
Well, I mean, for you all to not know what each person was going to say about the other, it definitely shows where the success I think is coming with this team is the fact that this isn't just a bunch of individuals that are talented, but it is an actual team of people that care about each other and don't necessarily care who makes the play, who scores the goal, but ultimately the fact that you win together, which has been seen on the field and now it's being seen and discussed off the field. Now we get to play rapid fire. You all get to put me on the hot seat, and I get to put you guys back on the hot seat as well. It can be about anything: sports, music, movies, TV, food, vacation, anything in the world. Mia, you get to ask me the first question. What do you got?
Let's see. What's your favorite type of food? Like Italian, Mexican, like those genres?
Well, I'm Italian and Hispanic, so you picked those are both correct answers that you just gave. But now I would say my favorite food. It'd probably have to be like probably something seafood related. I make my own like homemade shrimp scampi with angel hair, so I'd probably have to say something in that because it's like a healthier thing to do and to have like fish and a little bit of pasta. I don't put any like butter or oil in it. It's just water based and seasoning. So I would say on the healthier side, shrimp scampi, homemade. I guess I would pick.
That's a
Right.
good choice.
Thank you. All right, Mia, I got one for you. If you, we're going to stick with food here. If your teammates described you as a dessert, like that was your personality, what do you think they would say?
My personality. Well, I feel like a lot of people know that I am obsessed with ice cream. I have it every single night. But if someone's gonna describe me as something, that's such a like I don't even.
It's like a personality thing. So if you were an ice cream sundae, what would be the personality in this? Is it like gummy bears? Is it peanuts? Is it hot fudge? Is it, is there something crazy on it? Is it simple? How do you think they would describe your personality?
I think it would probably just be like sprinkles, like nothing too crazy, but definitely just a simpler option.
All right, so sprinkles, a little bit of personality, bunch of different colors to the personality, so to speak. All right, Carla, what's your question for me?
Um, what's the best vacation you've ever been on?
That's a good question. I would say the best one I've ever been on. I think I would pick, there's some places I want to go to definitely, but I would say, I mean, I finally got to take a cruise. So I did a cruise, not this January, but the January before. And I have awesome parents. My mom, for my birthday a couple of years ago, got me I'm a Disney kid. So she got me a Disney cruise. And I got to go to the Bahamas and we also went to Mexico. So I'd probably pick that because I got to swim with a dolphin and got to have the dolphin like take me around the pool and whatnot. And then we did different things with the dolphin coming up to you and giving you a kiss on the cheek. And then like you could like kind of wave with the dolphin and kind of like wave back and forth. So they're extremely smart. And they told everybody there was like 14, 15 of us. They said, all right, you're done. You can get out of the pool now. And I went to get out of the pool and one of the dolphins came over and they kind of like were coming over toward me and one was right up against me and just wanted me to pet it and stay there. And so I always appreciate, they say if you're doing good things in life, nature responds positively. And if you're not doing good things, then they respond the other way. And when we were all done, the dolphin came over and just kind of was like with me in the water and just wanted to stay there. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
So Carla, my question for you, all right, I'm going to stick with animals. If you changed into an animal for a day, what animal would you be and why?
I think, that's a good question.
The easy answer is Bearcat, but go ahead.
I think I would want to be probably like a shark in the ocean. I think that'd be a cool one just to go around and be like the big dog in the water. Everyone's like scared of you. So I think I'd be a shark. And also like me and one of my best friends is like we're both obsessed with sharks and we like talk about them all the time. Like whenever there's like a shark attack or something, we're like, oh my God, the sharks like they're coming. So I think I'd be a shark just to see what it's like from their perspective.
Okay, fair enough. Now, do you watch Shark Week?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. All right, Zoe, what do you got for me?
What's the best like hole in the wall restaurant, cafe, anything you've been to?
That's so good. I would have to say there's a lot of restaurants that I love, but I think the one that is like a staple for my hometown, I know it's a staple for Syracuse. And when you look at it from the outside, it looks really tiny. It looks like it could fit like maybe 10 people. And then you go in and there's like 40 people in there. They're busy all the time. And I actually, in a really awesome blessing, thank God for this. And I thank them for this too. Mother's Cupboard in Syracuse on 3709 James Street. There, I love breakfast any time of the day. And I have my own breakfast sandwich there. And when you drive by, you literally think like this is a small little tiny place, and you walk in and it's almost like it expands. So I would say that's the best hole in the wall place. Everything there is good. Their omelets are good. Their cheeseburgers. You know, my sandwich is bacon, egg, and cheese inside of 2 pieces of French toast, which is like a spin on a breakfast sandwich. So I don't think you can go wrong with anything at Mother's Cupboard, and they're known for their I call them frittades, but Freddas. And if you eat a whole one, you get your picture up on the wall. And so they have like pictures of people all throughout the years that ate a whole one because they're huge. And so they do some really cool things for the community. So I'd probably say like they're the definition of the hole in the wall like place you have to go to.
Sounds good. I'll have to try it.
Yes. All right. So Zoe, we're not gonna go food because I went food with Mia. So Zoe, we're gonna go with music. If right before the Yale game this Friday, you're running out onto the field, what song should be the theme song for you and why?
Oh my gosh, that's hard.
I have one for you.
Is it country? Because I'm thinking country.
Yeah.
What is yours?
Well, mine was gonna be "Eye of the Tiger." I feel like that really song, but country too.
I don't know. I'm really into country right now.
Okay.
So I'm not sure of the exact song. Maybe like okay, this isn't country, but like "Too Sweet" by Hoser. Like it's such a fun like it's not too pump up, but it's also like everyone gets going and sings along to it, and it's new, so most people know it.
Okay. Fair enough. An upbeat song to come out to. We'll have somebody have to dial that up for the Yale game and make sure they remember that. Haley, what's your question for me?
What's your like favorite TV show or movie? You can pick either.
TV show, and I don't know if you guys would know this one. This is from back at TGIF. I think y'all know Girl Meets World, but Boy Meets World was better, far better. And it had so many life lessons all the time. And I kind of could understand the perspective from Corey and Eric. And Topanga was my first crush, actually, Danielle Fishel. And then Sean, the relationship with Corey and how they're different, but they're really close friends. I feel like the show spoke to me a lot. And Mr. Feeney, their mentor, I have a Feeney in my life, Mr. DeSantis, and he's actually in my phone as Feeney D for DeSantis. And so I would say probably that show, just because I love it dearly. I also really like the show New Girl, which is on Hulu for a lot of people to check out because it reminds me of my friends and just the funny things that happen in life and work and dating. So I'd probably have to pick either Boy Meets World or New Girl, I would say.
I love both of those.
Fair enough. See, right answer. So my last question for you all, for you, Haley, is going to be, I'm going to go somewhere we haven't gone yet. So if you could have a superpower, it's a two-part question. So you have a superpower, it could be anything. What superpower would you pick and why? And then you get to pick anyone in your life. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a teacher, and literally anybody, teammate. So you can have a superpower and you can give a superpower to someone. What superpower do you have? And then who do you give the other one to? And what is that superpower?
Okay. Lots to think about.
Yeah.
I feel like mine would be invisibility because then I can just like see if people are talking behind my back, kind of like without them knowing, because I feel like, can't trust people too much.
Fair.
Let's see. I don't know. I love my mom, so I would give her superpower, but I have no clue what it would be. I don't know. Throw out some superpowers. I can't like think.
Superhuman strength, flying,
Teleportation.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Teleportation
Yeah,
because
that's mine.
my mom hates flying because she just like has like she had like a bad like nosebleed, so now she never wants to get on the plane. And we're supposed to go to Hawaii, and she like didn't want to make the trip because it's so long. So I would just give her teleportation. Save
Okay.
a lot of struggle.
Fair enough. That makes perfect sense based on that story. For Hayley, for Zoe, Carla, and Mia here of the Binghamton Bearcats women's lacrosse team, co-champions in the regular season, outright champions in the America East, punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Program history all around, including defeating UAlbany 12-11 in that championship game, which is the school's first victory in women's lacrosse against UAlbany. And they will head this week in a few days on Friday, May 10th. They will be going up against Yale, and that will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. You've already made a ton of history. So to the Bearcats, I believe in you all and your teammates. I appreciate being a part of this and you allowing me the opportunity to speak with you today. And it was great to be on the field a few days back. So congratulations. God bless with everything. Safe travels. I hope you all teleport very safely a few hours away. And I'll look forward to seeing y'all on Friday and making sure that we pay close attention to what happens against Yale.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.